just want to pray for you, man. I hope everything is going in your life. I hope God releases all the blessings in your life. And I hope you are able to live a very vibrant and prosperous life. Um, Man, I'm going to talk to you today about God upgrading everything around you, only if you keep going. God will upgrade everything around you if you keep going. Um, I I recently just thought about this recently because I went to Panda Express and I got one of the little fortune cookies, and it told me that all my dreams will come true. And I of course I was like, oh man, my dreams are gonna come true, and like on this path of making like content like this, I've been very, very encouraged because it's like this is like a dream come true. This is something I wanted to do, and I'm executing it, and I'm starting to see minor successes, and I'm eventually gonna see more success, right? And I've had a lot of ups and downs in my life, and I realized like as I kept going, the things around me start upgrading. Like even if you look behind me, it did not look like this a month ago. A year ago, I didn't have this type of camera. 2 years ago, I didn't have this type of computer. Man, you know what I'm saying? Even like, I make clothing. Like a year ago, I didn't know how to make clothing as good as I make clothing now. You know what I'm saying? And I just realized that if you keep going, you keep being consistent, God will upgrade everything around you, especially if you're doing something according to your will or what He wants to do, what He wants you to do in life. I was reminded about this by seeing one of my partners, a partner named Leroy. He has a clothing store, and I've probably known Leroy 10 years, and in a 10-year span, he's had like about 4 different clothing stores, right? And each and every time, it was always like an upgrade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he went from one spot, the one spot got burnt up, then he went to another one where he had a nice, like, upstairs, like, a view, you know what I'm saying? Where I was like, oh man, it's a nice store. Then the next one, like, a lot of people was like, it was janky, but I liked it because it had a lot of space. I've seen him go from one store to another store, go get another job, get a job, stop at the job, get back to selling clothes and having a clothing store, and he got back to it to where now the clothing store that he has right now, beautiful, immaculate, one of the best stores he's ever had. And I was so happy for him because I was just like, man, this is what happens when you keep going. You know what I'm saying? And when you experience that in other people's lives, most people's haters. But when you somebody like me, you can't hate. You gotta just be happy for somebody because it's like, man, you kept going. You know what I'm saying? And you got to what you want to get. Literally that same day, I'm out here in LA, and me and my girl and my family, we went to the Clipper game, and the Los Angeles Clippers. I remember like growing up, Clipper tickets were free, and they played in the sports arena, and you know what I'm saying. It wasn't the best arena or anything like that. Then eventually they moved into the Staples Center, which is now crypto.com. And, of course, a NBA team is going to keep going. Sometimes they move other places and stuff like that. But the Clippers have been around for years, right? The Clippers recently got their new stadium. It's called the Intuit Dome. And this is the first time I ever went to it. And I was amazed how beautiful it was. It was the most technologically advanced stadium I've ever seen in my life. My girlfriend kept saying, like, man, it seems like it's too good for the Clippers. And I had to tell her, a reminder. I was like, the Clippers been winning and been in the playoffs for over a decade now. Like, back then, they was always losing. That's why the tickets was free. And just seeing that, it was just like, even with the Clippers, it was like they just kept going until they eventually got this beautiful arena. I think it's probably one of the best arenas in the NBA. And, if you're going through anything in life, you're seeing your ups and downs, stay consistent because you're eventually going to get an upgrade. Like, don't ever feel like you're just going to be trapped, because yes, it will it will just get to the bottom. But if you just stay confident in your vision, and I'm not saying like ain't nobody Superman, ain't nobody above everything. You can get depressed at some times and just whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying? You can get down. But man, when you have like God in your life, there ain't no getting down. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the tunnel is kind of deep, but there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. And there will always be an upgrade once you get through that tunnel. If you have any doubts in how God can move in your life, hit me up, go to my website, click the link in the bio and check me out, because guess what? I'm here to help you, and I have a program that can help you. I've done it plenty of times to where anything that I've needed in life or wanted to accomplish in life, doing a fast and doing this program will help you get on a solid foundation to where whatever you're going to do is going to be prosperous. So that's my video for today. This is Ray McDaniel. This is The Miracle Life. I'll see you at the next one.